Hello, everybody, and welcome to Curtis's Podcast Network. I'm the host of the channel. My name is Curtis Brown, and this is this AFC South show number 130, where we're going to talk about everything Week 14 in the AFC South. Before we get into anything, we got some housekeeping to do. Number one, we're at 406 subscribers, which is, we're still climbing the ladder. We're 14 away from our small goal of 420 for obvious reasons. And then we're almost halfway to 1,000, which is the big goal for any YouTuber. And then after that, it's just, monster goals. So with me tonight, our resident Jaguars fan, Isaiah Michelli, a.k.a. Duval's finest, a.k.a. the Glitter Kitty, what now?
Crusader.
I don't know what I was going to, I think I was going to say cruiser, and then just would have sounded
Glitter
weird.
Kitty Cruiser.
I
The
don't know.
cruiserweight.
The little Fisher Price toy.
It does sound like that. Down there at the bottom, our resident Colts fan, Big Stack. What's up? How you doing today?
I am doing good. Just tired. Another long drive today, but I'm here.
Feel that. Went to go. We had a Santa day. We went to go see Santa. Case was excited. Fortunately, he had a pretty cool Santa experience because I knew the guy, and we talked about certain things beforehand. So he walks up, and Santa's like, "Hello, Case." And he's like, "Oh, it's real." He knows my name.
That whole mall Santa thing is kind of funny though. Here, children, go sit on an old strange man's lap.
Stranger.
I did it when I was a kid, and you're doing it now.
Yeah, we're taking pictures to commemorate this moment.
Just hope he doesn't sniff you. What?
Well, he's not the president, so
Bro,
didn't.
okay.
Anyway, so we got a like goal on this episode, 35 likes. We'd like to, see that happen, and we haven't gotten close the last couple. But I'm going to keep it 35 until we get 35.
We're getting 100 plus.
I'm not a
views,
quitter.
and we can't get 35. Come on, man.
Come on.
Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Come on.
Fuck.
Anyway, so we've got 3 games and 1 blowout to talk about. So let's get into it. Jacksonville at Cleveland. We'll lead off there. Jacksonville is the underdog in this game. Cleveland comes in as a 3-point favorite. 32.5 point over under. Isaiah, let's hear about your Glitter Kitties.
So what you're saying is Jacksonville got that dog in them.
Well, they're cats.
With that dog in them. Anyways.
Was that a coyote or something?
Oh.
Fox.
Yeah, we are coming up on it, It's going to be a good game, hopefully. Myles Garrett has not been the same person, though, since he got hurt. So that'll be nice to not have him on the field doing as well as he was at the beginning of the year. Trevor Lawrence is made of rubber, so that's cool. He had the high ankle sprain, which we thought was much worse. He is, yesterday he went to the press conference without really any limp. He had just a protective sleeve and a walking shoe on. And now today he was throwing passes in practice in a limited capacity. So there's a chance we see him back. I'd still prefer to set him for this game. It's not the end of the world if we win it. But he probably, if he can crawl, he's going to try and play. So we'll see what happens. Nathan Rourke is chilling. They haven't technically officially elevated him as far as I'm aware. But they're kind of waiting to see if they're going to need to actually move anybody around or if Trevor's going to play or how they're going to do that. Because we do have a lot of other guys that are also in a limited capacity and hurt. And so, that'll affect our final numbers come game day. But we were moving the ball pretty well against the Bengals. Our defense just couldn't really do anything. Hopefully they realize, hey, we gotta play better football than that because that was just unacceptable. Honestly, it was really bad. Devin Lloyd didn't have a great game. Didn't have a terrible game. Foye Oluokun, Mr. Consistent. You really can't ask for much more out of him. He took back the tackle lead title for now. He is now running and potentially, as long as he holds on, for the third season in a row as the tackle leader. So we'll see what happens there. Travis Etienne is still banged up. Christian Kirk is now out for the rest of the season. So the offense is going to look a little different. I do think we're going to try and probably run the ball some more to get some, pressure off of Trevor Lawrence and the receivers. We're going to need to, let Tank Bigsby and Dearness Johnson get some carries so that Etienne's not taking 25 carries a game. The defense just honestly, they just need to nut up. I mean, we can't let Joe Flacco do, what Max Browning or whoever they're trotting out there in place of Deshaun Watson. We can't let them do that to us. Like what happened last week. So we'll see. Tickets are going cheap, by the way. Anybody in Cleveland, as low as $10 for this game. Good old Cleveland Browns, classic stadium. The factory of sadness, as they call it. So, hopefully Jacksonville can come in there and make some people cry because, it might be the dog pound, but you're about to get pounded, dog. That's all I'm going to say.
Jesus. What's the score prediction?
You know what? Go big or go home, right? I say 31. Because we love scoring 31 for some reason this year. 31-14.
Okay.
Yeah, because last time we got beat this bad, was of course the 49ers game. Came out and held Tennessee to 14. The other time we got beat really bad was the Texans game. Came out and held the Falcons to 7. So I think a struggling Cleveland offense, we can hold them to low points.
Yeah. All right. So let me ask some questions. So you already mentioned that Myles Garrett hasn't necessarily been playing the same since he got hurt. But the Browns defense, is it still something that you're a little worried about, even with the presumed, 95% ready to go Trevor Lawrence?
Nope.
Not worried about it at all.
Nope. Of course, Ward is coming back this week because everybody comes back against Jacksonville. But nope, not really worried about it. Don't care. Nathan Rourke, CJ Beathard, Trevor Lawrence, Jags by 20.
All right. I love the confidence. Okay. Jeff?
What was the over-under in this?
32.5 points. Which has...
I think it really depends on how, because I think Cleveland's defense. I think they have like one bad week, but they've been one of the more solid units. I don't know. I think it really comes down to if Trevor Lawrence plays and how, I guess, limited he'd be. Because high ankle sprain, you can play it, but it might affect how you play. So it really just kind of depends. If he goes, I think it gives Jacksonville obviously a better chance. But if he can't, I could see this being kind of a defensive kind of slugfest. Because again, I keep reiterating, Jacksonville has been one of the better defensive units at turning the ball over, and Flacco sometimes is he turns it over a few times. So,
yeah,
but yeah, I could see this going either way, to be honest. But I think I'll agree with the sports booking. I think I'll say 13 or 17, like 17-14 Cleveland. So I'm going slightly under.
17-14.
That probably gets a little bump if Trevor Lawrence, play and have a better game, but
naturally. It's still over. Right? No. For me, this game is, I think it's going to be a competitive ball game. Because at the very least, if Trevor Lawrence is not playing, it's going to be a competitive game. It doesn't necessarily mean high scoring, just competitive.
Oh, we high scoring. We high scoring all over them.
I hear you, but I think this is a little bit different. with the Walker Little and his hamstring being weird. Ezra Cleveland trying to figure things out. I don't know. I like the Browns defense in this matchup if T-Law doesn't go. If he does go and is playing, remotely normal, I think the Jags will win this game easily, but I don't think it's necessarily going to be anywhere near high scoring. If T-Law plays, I can see this game being like 21-3 Jacksonville. If he doesn't play, I could see it being like 10-3 Jacksonville.
Cleveland grabbing 3.
I have that much faith in Cade York, okay? Or whoever their kicker is now. I'm pretty sure Cade York is gone. But I think this game is one of those that could actually kind of go either way. And it just depends on which defensive unit is going to show up the most. If there was a game this week where you're like, a defensive score is going to happen in it, it's definitely this game. And it's even more so this game if T-Law does not play. Like if T-Law's not playing, somebody on either team could be getting a defensive touchdown, and you should just go ahead and take that bet now.
Oh yeah, and can I just say, the fact that neither Foye Oluokun or Josh Allen is in the race for DPOI right now, Defensive Player of the Year, criminal. Criminal.
Well, I mean, Foye's been slept on for a couple years.
Yeah, bro. Literally, they made a video about him, like a little, quick little documentary on him, and it was literally called "The Best Player You've Never Heard of."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blake, our regular Titans fan who could not be here this evening, gave me his score, and he only gave me one option here. It says if T-Law 24-13 Jacksonville. So,
he knows T-Law's playing.
Yeah. I don't know if the Jags at some point get it to let's just rest him instead of risk it.
I mean, if we get up by 2 or 3 touchdowns, yeah, they're definitely pulling him.
Yeah. So
if he lets him.
Let's shift to the Texans traveling to New Jersey, East Rutherford, to take on the Jets, who put up 8 points last week in a loss. The Houston Texans are favored by 3.5 points. The over-under in this game is 33.5. While the Jets' offense has been absolutely stagnant this season, the defense has not. The defense is predominantly the reason they've been in some games. They're the reason that they won games. They're just like a more unfortunate version of the Steelers. But there is some interesting injury news on that front.
Oh, my.
This is the Jets injury report.
Oh, yeah.
Did not participate Jason Brownlee. Did not participate John Franklin Myers. Did not participate second day in a row, Breece Hall. Their guard, Schweitzer, did not participate. Let's move to the limited participants. I'll save the best one here for last. Quincy Williams, limited participant. Tyler Conklin, baby Gronk, limited participant.
Tyler Conklin.
Aaron Rodgers, limited participant. They were saying he could have come back last week. That's what he was aiming for.
He's not playing this year. Even if he can, that team is a dumpster fire. He's not playing.
I don't know. We're going to see.
Yeah, there's absolutely zero reason to trot him out there. Just get him hurt again.
I feel that. But it might happen.
Just imagine. MetLife claims Rodgers' Achilles 2 times in one season. That's enough experimenting on surgeries.
First play of the game. Oh, my Achilles.
4 seconds in.
Billy Turner, offensive tackle, and Mekhi Becton, full participants at practice today. For the Texans injury report, George Fant did not participate. Sheldon Rankins, Dalton Schultz, and Denzel Perryman did not participate. Limited participants, Jimmy Ward, Neville Hewitt. Full participants, Laramie Tunsil, Will Anderson, Noah Brown. I don't. Anybody who's been keeping up with the Texans this season, I don't need to tell you how big of a deal it is if Sheldon Rankins isn't able to go. The games he's not been in are the games that we've lost. So yeah, there's been a couple outliers to that, but for the most part, it rings quite true. What am I hearing right now?
Oh, it's my kids going crazy.
Okay.
Now they're running back and forth.
Classic.
Sorry. I thought I had
You're good. You're good. Somebody's just having anyway, the Texans have a very simple road to victory this week, and it begins and ends with taking care of the ball and creating turnovers. Zach Wilson is turnover prone. This Jets offense is completely dead in the water most games. And it's not really changed at all, regardless of who has been at the helm. Zach Wilson is now reluctantly the starter. And I can't imagine how that must weigh on the rest of the Jets staff, especially with Robert Saleh apparently being on the hot seat now. And it only gets hotter with every loss that they have. I wonder if there's a decent chance that if the Texans beat them, that they relieve Robert Saleh of duty.
So dumb.
I could see it. I don't necessarily think it makes sense, but I could see it happening. The Texans need to run the ball.
Run the damn ball.
And they need to – it doesn't even need to be huge chunks. Like, give me 4 yards, 4 yards every rush, and we're going to be able to win this game pretty well. The one thing that the Jets do really, really well, outside of limiting the quarterback of whoever they're playing, is they're pretty damn good at stopping the run. They got a lot of big space eaters on their defensive line. Quinnen Williams.
They do look pretty warm.
Do what?
I said they do look pretty warm.
What does that mean?
You said space eaters.
Oh,
space heaters.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just.
No,
dumb.
you're fine. John Franklin Myers is the guy I was trying to think of. They got some big dudes up there that are just going to eat up blocks. We're going to need everybody who's playing on the offensive line to give the best performance of the year, just to give CJ Stroud a little bit of time against a pretty stout defense. Some improvements have been made on the Texans' end, adding Adrian Amos. They brought in Kerry Hyder Jr. Again, he was on the team earlier this season. They put him on the practice squad. He was picked up somewhere else, then put back on the practice squad. Now he's back here. And so he's going to be factoring into the rotation with Derek Barnett, Jerry Hughes, and some of those other guys. But the defense has been playing a lot better for the Texans as of late, and they're going to need that to happen. They're going to need that to be the MO. We're going to need Derek Stingley to show up and prove why he was taken over Sauce Gardner in this game. I want to see Sauce Gardner get Nico Collins all game, and I hope Nico Collins can just toast this man. It'll probably be a lot of pass interference.
Of course. On Nico Collins, because they won't call it on Sauce.
He won Defensive Rookie of the Year. Of course not.
No.
Beyond that, Breece Hall being a DNP the last couple days in practice, tomorrow's really going to be the big teller on that one. But 2 days in a row of not participating is not good for him. And they still have depth at that position with Dalvin Cook and everybody else that I can't remember at the moment. But they've got dudes. Um, it's going to be an all hands on deck kind of thing on defense, and on offense, it's really the front five. The front five have make or break this game. I cannot stress enough the importance of Juice Scruggs and whoever's playing center. Dieter is it's paramount this week. I have the Texans winning this game. I'm going to say 17-7. And that's under for those who didn't know. Before I let you guys go, Blake's prediction was Houston wins 27-9. So
That's funny.
yeah. So Jeff,
I was going to say 20-9.
nice.
Yeah, I don't know, man. The Jets are terrible. They got, their defense is really good, but like it's just one of those cases where I feel like they're out there way too long and they just get worn down as the game goes on. They can only do so much. Painfully, the Colts have been like that for a little while, so I know how it feels. But yeah, I think at least in the first half, this could be a very competitive game. But I think the Texans kind of pull away with it in the second half, just kind of like a battle of attrition, I guess. I don't know.
Well,
but I can see the Texans. I don't see the Jets winning.
Outside of a couple games, the second half of games this year has been kind of the Achilles heel for Houston.
Yeah, but it's the Jets, man.
Yeah, I know, but I get this is if there was going to be a defensive score in a game, I feel like it would be the Jets because their offense isn't going to score, but their defense might. I don't know.
Or this could be for some reason, like a wild ass, 31-28. Like, how and why?
That's pretty close. That's pretty close to what I was predicting, actually.
Well, yeah, this will probably be one of those games in reality where Zach Wilson throws for 300 and 3 touchdowns, and
that's
looks like a god.
Or Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. All right. So what? Wait, what'd you say your score was?
Well, I didn't say much because that was just close. But are you talking to Jeff or me?
Jeff.
I think I said 20-9.
20-9.
I give him a few field goals.
Copy that. Isaiah?
I was actually thinking 28-24 Jets. I think I picked Houston in the pick'em, but I just feel like this could be a weird one. Zach Wilson, I feel like he's kind of pissed off. He's like I don't want to be on this team anymore. He's gonna put a good performance out there to give him a chance to go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? I think
he hasn't banged any moms in a while.
I know, bro. Bro's
spread his wings and hit a new city, man.
Yeah, bro's fucking pissed off. He's already fucked all the MILFs in New York. He doesn't have any more on the table. I'm thinking 28-24. Zach Wilson, 272, 3 total touchdowns, 50 yards on the ground. I feel like Zach Wilson's going to get a little skiddly diddly on the ground in that game. And
skiddly diddly.
A little skiddly diddly. Yeah. I don't know. This is gonna be a weird game. I feel like they could definitely get after whoever's playing. Jets offensive line is nowhere near good. But the Texans offensive line has played really well in most games, and then some games they've just not protected CJ. Or a lot of times they kind of rely on him extending plays by improvising, and even though the line collapses, he's 50 yards out of the pocket already, just sitting on the sideline waiting to throw the ball deep to Tank Dell. I think losing him definitely takes a gear out of the offense.
Yeah.
Because he has such a good presence. He's got a good state of mind of, okay, my initial route's not open, I got to make something happen. If he's a lot of the reason that CJ Stroud can not just run immediately when there's a pocket or when there's a hole, because he knows Tank Dell's going to get open somewhere on an improvised route. I don't know. I just for some reason feel like the Jets are going to take this one. That's all I got.
Okay. All right. Well, let's shift gears yet again. Let's travel a little bit further down. What is it? Interstate 5?
Colts suck.
Yeah, it's 65 in Indianapolis. So
Colts are losing by 60.
I think it might be 55 in Cincy. Anyway, so
I want to place money on that, but that doesn't happen, sir.
oh no, not 55 points.
No, Isaiah said
remember the
Steelers by 60. I'll put money on that.
No, I don't think 60 points get scored in this game.
What are you talking about, bro? Jake Browning by himself is dropping 40.
All rushing touchdowns.
Oh yeah.
Cincinnati is a 1.5 point favorite after their upset against the Jacksonville Jaguars. 43.5 point over under. Jeff, take it away.
Yeah, I mean, there's I guess a little bit of good news as on the injury front. Julius Brents finally practiced for the first time since week 7.
You must be upset with him.
But he's practiced.
I've never heard you call him Julius before. You always call him Juju.
Julius
What?
Yeah, well, he needs to get back to that.
Did he hurt your feelings or something? Like is it a Shaq Leonard situation?
Like 6 weeks or 7 weeks. The fuck, man. Yeah, now he's Julius until he gets his ass on the field.
Julius Brents. Sorry,
both Butner and Tyquan Lewis are limited. And it looks like things kind of look a little bleak, I guess, for tackle Braden Smith and EJ Speed, which is kind of a shame. I mean, Braden Smith has had a really good year on the line, and EJ Speed's been great at linebacker. He had a really good game against Tennessee. He was making some really big tackles. So if he can't go Friday and can't go ultimately Sunday, that'll be kind of a blow. But they're pretty deep at linebacker, so I think they'll be all right without Speed. But it's just one of the better linebackers they've got, aside from Franklin. But yeah, Colts have been on a roll, man. They've won, what is it, 4 straight? Yeah, 4 straight. About to make it 5. Their front man has been, I think, the only team this week that strung together 3 games of, I think 5 or more sacks in 3 straight games. So they've been getting after it. And Cincinnati's line is not great. Maybe a little better than maybe the Jets, but not great. And I see the Colts probably keeping that streak going another game. I see them at least another 5 in this one. Hopefully Julius can get back out there. I'm going to keep calling him Julius because he needs to play. Hopefully he can get out there. That's definitely a boost for the secondary if he can. But that's what worries me the most. Jamar Chase gets by you, and it doesn't really matter who the quarterback is. That dude is fucking dangerous. So they've got to get pressure. They've got to take away that threat. I don't know if any of our corners can really match up well with him. So they've got to get in that quarterback's face. And Minshew, I don't know. Taylor is still not participating, so I'm assuming he'll probably be out another week with that broken, after the surgery on his thumb. So it'll probably be another day of Moss, which I'm fine with. He's had a really good year.
He was only leading the league until Taylor came back. I mean,
yeah, I mean he's been really good. So I'm comfortable with it with him. Getting the nod again. The line's been pretty good. I think they had kind of an off game. It seemed like Tennessee kind of focused on the run, so it kind of forced Minshew to pass the ball 40 plus times. But they opened up a lot of their offense against Tennessee, so I'm kind of looking for more of that against Cincinnati. I don't think Cincinnati's secondary is all that great either. So I could see another Alec Pierce bomb coming in. I could see Pittman putting up another 10 receptions. Minshew's going to make a mistake. He's probably going to have a sack fumble. He might throw a pick. Like it's going to happen every game. But it's just hopefully he limits it to where it happens. Like if they're in the red zone, just take it a little bit easier. Make sure you at least get 3. Hopefully it happens more at a midfield position. It doesn't really, it's not that big of a turnover like most of them have been. I see the Colts winning this game. I see them putting up another. I see this like 27-20. I think I would see the Colts winning this. Like I said, I think they'll get after what's his name, Browning. What the hell's his name?
Yeah, Browning.
Browning. Yeah, I see them getting after him. He's relatively inexperienced. Their line isn't great, and they've been really good at getting after the quarterback. So
Better remember that name,
Browning
from Washington.
But I see the Colts getting a lot of pressure. I see this game probably being another game where the Colts win it on defense, or because of the defense or special teams. But if Minshew can just not, limit his turnovers to like one, and just kind of do what he did against Tennessee, I can see the Colts winning this game by 7.
Okay, all right.
And going 8 wins on the season.
Isaiah?
Yeah, one thing Jeff fails to realize is that Joe Burrow is a system quarterback, and that's why Jake Browning is going to throw for 350 yards and 4 touchdowns on the Colts, right at Julius Brents. All 4 of them right up his throat. Joe Mixon's going to run for like 5 touchdowns. I could easily see this being a 60-point game for Cincinnati. Yeah. No, I mean, in reality, Jake Browning looked really good against Jacksonville's defense, even though they weren't playing great. I mean, we are still a solid defense for the most part. Joe Mixon had a decent day, and Joe Mixon's always bound to go off at least a couple times a year.
And Grover Stewart's back.
Grover Stewart has decided that he would like to play football and not take drugs, so he's back.
Performance enhancing
drugs. Yeah, the D is still in there. Just like never mind. So I do think Cincinnati's going to win this game. I think Cincinnati's going to win this game by 2 touchdowns.
Sheesh.
I want some of what you're smoking, baby. Jeez.
Me too. Whatever it is, I could see Cincinnati winning this game. Let's see. What'd you say, Jeff? What'd you think the score was going to be?
27-20.
27-20. I can see them winning this game 34-21, 34-28, something like, or not 28. 34, like what's a weird score?
23.
15.
34-19.
When's
the last time you saw a team score 19?
What is that? 2 touchdowns, a field goal, and a safety?
Technically, or it could be one touchdown and 1 touchdown and 4 field goals.
Yeah, that's true. I like the safety idea better.
Oh, I do too. But I'm just saying, like, there's a couple ways you can get it. But no, Jake Browning's gonna shit all over the Colts' trash defense, just like Trevor Lawrence did twice this year. Jeez. And Joe Burrow, system quarterback, guys.
You heard it here first.
Yep.
No, okay. Well, I'm not going to go that hard on the Colts. I do also have the Bengals winning, though.
There is a like goal.
There is a like goal. 35 likes. Yeah, I do have the Bengals winning this game in a kind of a surprising fashion here. I don't have it lopsided at all. I have it more of like a last-second field goal. Cincinnati's going to win 24-21 in my prediction. I don't necessarily think that anybody for the Bengals is going to have a particularly great day. I think that you're going to see Joe Mixon do what he can, and you're going to see Jake Browning do what he can. And I don't know. I just have a feeling that the defense is going to do something. It's a big defensive week. All right. Just hold on.
Big defense energy.
Yeah, big defense.
That big D energy, baby.
Yeah. That puts it on the over. God bless America. Blake's score prediction is also Cincinnati winning 20-17. So it's not that I think that everybody just got a lot of faith all of a sudden in the Bengals because they beat the Jaguars. I think it's just a lack of faith in what Gardner Minshew is. And I think that's what's being reflected the most here.
He's having at least 3 turnovers this week.
I outweigh Minshew with what Steichen does.
Yeah.
With his play calling. He's a great balance to the erraticness of Minshew.
Yeah. Yeah, he tries.
You're constantly complaining about Steichen's play call.
I complain about a few things that he does, like on a 4th and 6, he goes for it. That's the shit I'm complaining about.
Yeah.
I've also loved some of the, like, there's that 4th and 1 that play to Mo Alley Cox. Like, there's some great play designs that he has, but there's some rookie head coach mistakes too. But whatever. I
You live and you
Randall's been
learn.
doing this how long? I'm just saying.
No. All right, we got everybody's score predictions on that one. So let's move on to the most exciting game
Moving on to the blowout
of the weekend. One of 2 Monday night games. Tennessee traveling down to South Beach to take on the Miami Dolphins.
If Tennessee beats the Dolphins, I will buy a Will Levis jersey and wear it on the podcast.
Shit, you heard it. We're gonna hold it here. We're gonna hold him to it. If the Titans win,
70-6 Miami.
Miami. All right, let's hear Blake's points first before we just shit on the Titans.
he didn't really send me any points, but here's what he told me. Here's what I can discern about it through the prediction he gave.
Okay.
Blake is our resident Titans fan. Blake has this game going over. He has one team scoring 10 points.
That much? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, hold on. By the way, folks, the over-under here in this game is 46.5 points. Miami is a 13.5 point favorite. He has Miami winning 49-10.
Oh, Jesus.
He's a Titans fan on this channel. He is fed up. He's fed up. He knows that Jeff Simmons isn't going to play. He knows that there's a couple other Christian Fulton's not playing.
They're not going to have Stonehouse to pin them deep either.
Yeah, no Stonehouse.
Ooh.
It's rough right now for the Titans, and
49-10.
49-10. That's fucking crazy.
So, I mean, look, realistically speaking, they put up 70 on the Broncos.
And I can see it. I can see that score.
Yeah.
Mostert a couple touchdowns. Tyree going off for 3 or 4.
There's a super solid chance that this is like 21-0 and like with 5 minutes left in the first. If the Titans go out there and just do some 3 and outs, like they have trouble doing, is just going out there and do 3 and outs, the Dolphins are just going to roast them.
Yeah.
I mean,
so bad too.
That's what I'm saying. They've got Waddle, they've got Tyreek Hill, they've got Raheem Mostert.
They're gonna beat them so bad they're gonna leave Vrabel wherever they end up.
It's gonna be pretty bad. But my prediction, I'm not gonna go 49-10 because I think the Dolphins. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that. I guess they don't have a conscience about scoring.
I mean, in the Broncos game, they put in their backup and he scored 2. So
yeah.
Yeah, all your Dolphins players start.
Yeah, if you got a Dolphins player, you put him in.
Devonta Kane's back, immediately dropped 28 points for me in his first game back.
All right, so it's not.
He doesn't do much because I have to go Mostert.
This isn't quite as bad as Blake's, but it's still bad. I have 45-17 Dolphins. Yeah. Who wants to dive on this grenade next?
I'm going 54-9 Dolphins.
Good God.
It's gonna be so funny when they fucking win this game, though. Like if the Titans pull this out somehow,
Titans win, like,
dude, we're gonna be eating crow so hard on this fucking show.
Like we do every time we're wrong.
Yeah, I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. I just don't like arguing with. Never mind.
Internet trolls. Anyway, so Jeffrey, what's your score?
This has potential to be another one of those 70 burgers for Miami. I'm not going to say they're going to do it. I hope they do because I need some Mostert touchdowns. But
I hope they do because I hate the Titans.
Oh yeah, it'd be. What's the highest score a team has ever had in the NFL?
73 points.
Was it 73? They might break the record. Let's do it. No, I don't really like the Titans had the right game plan in the first half against the Colts. For whatever reason, they didn't. But like, if they can get Derrick Henry going, and if they can like completely control time of possession, and I still don't see that working enough because the Dolphins are just so fast.
Yeah.
The Titans front seven's okay, but goddamn, I just
with no Jeff
I'm trying to
Simmons.
find a path. I'm trying to be objective to where the Titans could win. Hell yeah, no Simmons either. Jeez.
Isn't Harold Landry also hurt?
No, I think he's. I'll look up the injury report just to make sure.
Because I know Derrick Henry cleared concussion protocol.
Yeah.
Like I'll give Henry a touchdown.
I wouldn't.
I'll give him a touchdown. It's Derrick Henry. I'll give him a touchdown. It'll probably happen in like the first quarter or some shit, like on the first drive. Fuck. I'll go like 13.
Yeah.
I'm struggling with Miami score.
Questionable for the game. Aaron Brewer, the guard center, Luke Gifford, Joe Jones, TK McClendon, and Josh Wiley. For the Dolphins, questionable Tyreek Hill, Raheem Mostert, Durham Smythe, Robert Hunt, and Kendall Lamb. So
I'm going to say like 45-13 Miami.
Devonta Kane's running for like 200 yards this game.
Stop it, man. I need Mostert.
Nah, fuck Mostert. He can sit on the bench and rot, that old bastard.
He might not play. Instead, he was questionable.
Mostert is a must start.
Yeah. Look, it's not the. I mean, we don't like the Titans because we all rep a different team, but realistic, like looking objectively at this game as people who talk about football pretty frequently.
Yeah, people who can guess scores exactly one time ever in their life.
There's not the path to victory for this game is sheer and utter perfection from the Titans. Literally,
even that's not enough.
Will Levis is going to have to only throw like 2 incompletions. Every time Derrick Henry touches the ball, it's going to have to go for at least 7 yards. Like, nobody's dropping anything. The blockers are doing just enough to give him just enough time. Like, perfection in every letter and every emphasis on every letter in that word. It is.
I'm trying to see how you pronounce that. You put emphasis on every letter.
I don't know. But like, if the Titans win this game, it's because Miami lost the game, like for themselves. They got in their own way. Tyreek Hill didn't play or got hurt, left early.
Even then, they still have Waddle.
Yeah, but like, you can just double him at that point, and you would hope that does something. But
honestly, if I'm Miami, I'm starting my backups.
It's the only way this game's going to be competitive. Tickets right now.
18 being the we'll just start them set them this week.
Tickets to this game $98. Because it's a Monday night game.
It's crazy that the Browns and the Jaguars have winning records. You can get tickets as low as $10 because it's in fucking Cleveland that no one wants to go to.
Yeah, classic. So with that,
stay classy, San Diego.
Do you guys have any more comments?
Go fuck yourself, San Diego.
Go Jags. Titans suck. It was never the Titans. Good luck with field goals this week.
Yeah.
About it.
Jeff?
Oh, yeah, Colts suck.
Let's always go Colts. And it was never the Titans.
It was. 'Twas never the Titans.
It wasn't the Titans.
All right. Well, Folks, again, 35 like goal on this episode. It'd be greatly appreciated if we could get that one this week. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. 420 is the next best goal in between them. That's 14 away from where we're sitting right now. So let's get there. We'll have a reaction coming out after the games are all final, probably Tuesday. So maybe Wednesday. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But keep your eyes peeled and keep your notifications on, because you don't want to miss it. Till then, be good people.
Do it.
We are Texans.
Go Colts.
We are Texans.